Your sound switch is here. So that gets turned on. If there's nothing happening like there is now, turn it back off. And then that means that down here there's a power conditioner that needs to be turned on. And then turn this on. Oops, it was on. Okay.
Oh, so all the lights are on.
Yeah.
That's good.
So once that's on and booted, just make sure all of your channels on this side are muted and the
Okay.
mains are muted.
Mhm.
And then if you go up front, your main two speakers and the monitor all come on by this switch.
Okay.
So you should never have to touch this power switch or those power switches
Okay.
if it's been turned off properly. If someone was doing a worship set and they needed the drum and piano monitors, those you have to turn on manually in the back.
That what monitor is that?
So this one here
Oh, I see.
has to be turned on manually, and the one right behind the drum or the piano
I see. Has to be turned on
we
manually.
turn on manually. But the main ones that we use do
Okay.
not. And so technically after that, you can start plugging in sound cables if you need it. So all the sound, like if you wanted, or mics and stuff. So if you want to do mics or
I see.
guitars, all that gets plugged in up there.
Plugged in there.
Yeah, just
all the
line 1,
jacks.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I got it.
And so for this part, that turns on all the sound. And so then back here, have you used sound before? So back here, then it's just the same thing. This is channel
Okay.
channel
it
1,
matches.
channel 2, 3, 4, 5,
It
6,
matches whatever's on that
Yes.
that other box over there.
Yes. Ignore the pictures. The pictures are programmed for other people's set, but it just goes by line 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Okay.
On this, if you go to bus 1-8, that turns on your monitors: piano monitor, front monitor, drum monitor.
Okay.
And so if someone's singing, if Mari's up there and she needs the monitor, bus 1-8,
Bus 1-8.
and that'll turn these on.
Okay.
If Mari, like for Wednesday prayer,
Yeah.
if she needed something, the way you adjust it, so if you had her plugged into one of these channels,
Right.
you would
For the mics.
right. So you would select piano monitor
Okay.
and hit fade or flip. And what this does now is this lets you adjust all the levels that you have plugged in just for that monitor. So if you had like a mic that she wanted, you could adjust her mic in like a guitar level in just her monitor. Does that make sense?
I don't know what that means.
So I'm gonna go back to
Yeah, that's okay. I just need the
Yeah.
simple, just
All
the
right,
mics
Forget about that.
and how to pipe
Okay.
the computer out.
You look where that one is again. This one is it. Okay. So auxiliary in USB.
Yeah.
Make sure that's lit,
Okay.
and you'll see on here it says PC1, PC left, PC right.
Okay.
So that will run your sound off of your computer.
Okay.
So right now, you just gotta make sure it's muted or it's unmuted
Okay.
to get sound, and make sure your computer is also not muted.
Okay. So if I'm not using the mics, I just mute all these guys.
Well, so if you go to if you're not using the mics, go back to inputs 1 to 8. Make sure they're all muted.
Oh. Once you press that, then it's
So this
goes
button
off.
controls what's over here.
Yeah.
So make sure all your mics are muted.
But that also mutes the computer too, right?
No, it's
Oh,
it's
no.
a digital system.
Oh,
so
so it just
swaps.
switches.
Right.
I see.
So if you go to AUX, it gives you a whole different set.
I see.
So if your
okay.
board continued on and
I
had a
see.
huge board, these would be later on. And so,
I see.
So if you're doing computer, you just need to worry about these two and your main. So if you, let's play something.
So these two and the main. Okay.
So you have sound here, which then, so if you unmute those in your mains, and then you can make it on.
Okay.
And so for turning off, just go back and make sure everything's muted again. And if you had plugged in any mics, go back and make sure they're muted.
Okay. So to mute that, you just
So to mute this, just hit
mute.
yeah. So it stops it.
Got
If you want to make it softer, this will adjust levels there. This is more fine tuning. This is more your main, so it's just louder, much louder scale.
And then to mute, let me just try that. That mutes it. Okay, that's good.
And so when you're shutting off, just mute this, mute the mains, go back to inputs 1 through 8,
Yeah.
and just make sure it's all muted.
All muted.
And then those instructions there will.
Then,
So
yeah.
basically it's the reverse. Shut off the front,
Yeah.
and then shut off the back.
Okay. Got it.
But before you turn anything off up front, make sure all of this is muted.
Right.
Otherwise you'll get that popping sound. And that's it.
Sounds good.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll just leave it on for now.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna turn on the thing.
And then just throw the dust cover back on.
Sounds good. Okay. That's easy enough.
I can work
Alright.
with you, I can work with you more on this. It looks confusing, but it's basically they've taken like a 32 channel board and just cut
Right.
it into 8 sections, and
Right.
this gives you dictates
just-
what section.
yeah.
And
The
so,
screen, right. So unlike the one in the big house, each channel is fixed, it's stationary, right? It's
well, like 1, 2, 3, but you
the
it's
port in the big
fixed
house.
depending. Like the big house, everything is fixed.
Yeah, it's fixed.
This one changes depending which one you have. So like on this, you have inputs 1 through 8. If you plug something in on that bottom row up front, you're now using 9 to 16.
Right.
And so what was 1
16
becomes
channels.
9 and has potential
Yeah,
to become
yeah.
17 or 16.
Right. 32 channels up to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Alrighty. And let's see what else. If I have my own laptop, is there a way to plug that
if you have music, where's the cord? You have this one
in?
if you can plug in.
Okay. And
This
which channel is this?
is 7. I have to remember which one it is. I believe it's 17 and 18. So
Oh,
it's 17 and
18.
18.
Got it. So it's 17, 18. Then you go to this one. Ah, very good. Cool.
So yes, that's your input for if you want to, or if you have your phone or someone's got an iPod or that,
Yep.
plug it into there.
Great. Cool. All right. Thanks a lot, Don.
You